For those in southern Spain, Tangier offers a fascinating gateway to North Africa, with several ways to reach it. One of the most exciting options is to take the ferry from Tarifa, a small coastal town in Cadiz, known for its beaches and laid-back vibe, as well as being the southernmost point of mainland Spain. From Tarifa, the Strait of Gibraltar becomes a natural bridge between Europe and Africa, providing a comfortable, quick journey filled with spectacular views. Taking the ferry from Tarifa has several advantages. It's the shortest route, taking just 35 minutes, and it offers a nearly direct connection to Tangier, transporting you from the heart of Spain to the doors of Morocco in under an hour. From the ferry, you can see how the coasts of both continents seem to touch, separated only by the deep blue sea. Crossing the strait feels special, like traveling between two worlds in the blink of an eye. As the ferry approaches Tangier, the silhouette of this ancient city rises on the horizon, a landscape of rooftops and minarets stretching toward the sea. Tangier is a vibrant and enigmatic city that has witnessed countless stories and cultural encounters over the centuries. The visit to Tangier can start with the Gran Saco and Petit Saco, two iconic squares that capture the essence of local life. The lodging options are varied, and you can find apartments at very good prices. However, for trips of 3 nights or less, I always prefer a hotel. In Tangier, I chose the Grand Hotel Villa de France, very close to the Gran Saco and other points of interest. At the Gran Saco, stalls of handicrafts, spices, and exotic fabrics line the streets, mingling with cafes and terraces. Another must-see spot is the Phoenician Tombs, an ancient site that reveals the city's long history, inhabited since ancient times. In the evenings, dozens of people come to watch the sunset. Early in the morning, as you can see, is the best time to enjoy this place. Carved into the rock and overlooking the sea, the Phoenician tombs are a reminder of the civilizations that left their mark on this strategic gateway between the Atlantic and the Mediterranean. These tombs date back to the 5th century BCE. The strategic location of these tombs highlights Tangier's significance as a hub of trade and a crossing point between Africa and Europe. The tombs vary in size, suggesting they may have been used for individuals of different ranks within Phoenician society. Exposed to the open air today, the tombs reflect the ancient and multicultural heritage of Tangier, a city that has been shaped by multiple civilizations and cultures. And of course, a stroll through the Medina is essential. The Medina of Tangier, with its narrow alleyways and vibrant facades, is a maze that breathes history. Every corner has a story, each door and balcony transporting us to another time. At every turn, we discover a new world filled with crafts, cuisine, and architecture that reflect the multicultural essence of the city. As you explore Tangier's Medina, one area that stands out is the Kasbah, a fortified section that sits high above the city, overlooking both the Medina and the sea. The term Kasbah refers to a citadel or fortress and represents the historical heart of many Moroccan cities. In Tangier, the Kasbah has a rich history as the former residence of sultans and a strategic lookout for protecting the city from invasions. From here, the views of the Strait of Gibraltar are breathtaking, reminding visitors of the city's role as a gateway between continents. Within the Kasbah, you'll find narrow, winding streets lined with whitewashed buildings adorned with intricate Moroccan tilework. Visitors can experience the centuries-old architecture, and the area is also home to the Kasbah Museum, where artifacts and exhibits trace the history of Tangier and its cultural heritage. In the Kasbah, the ambiance is tranquil and steeped in history. Walking through its stone streets, you can almost feel the layers of stories that have passed through here, a place where artists, travelers, and locals have left their mark. The architecture of the Kasbah blends Andalusian and Arab styles, featuring whitewashed walls, patios with fountains, and geometric tilework. The use of white and blue in the architecture of Tangier's Medina is both visually striking and deeply symbolic. The whitewashed walls, typical of many Mediterranean and North African cities, help keep interiors cool by reflecting sunlight, an essential feature in warm climates. Blue accents, often found on doors, windows, and trims, add a vibrant contrast to the white, evoking the nearby sea and sky. This color scheme is also believed to have protective qualities. In some cultural traditions, blue wards off evil spirits. Together, the white and blue palette gives the Medina a tranquil, refreshing atmosphere, blending aesthetics with cultural and practical significance, making each walk through the Medina feel both peaceful and connected to the natural beauty of Tangier's coastal setting. Ultimately, Tangier is much more than a city. Its colonial past and multicultural heritage have turned it into a place where different cultures and eras meet. Here, traces of Arab, Berber, European, and African cultures come together, woven into the streets and the lives of its people. Tangier is a meeting point, a place that invites us to discover and reflect on how, despite borders, cultures enrich each other. Traveling to Tangier from southern Spain is not just a change of continent. It's an opportunity to cross into another way of understanding the world.